Hi, in this presentation I'm going to talk about a little experiment that I did with my ELR today. Today being September 16th, 2015. I decided to actually test myself and test the car and myself and see how far I was willing to go before I turned on the generator or the gasoline engine. Being that I knew exactly where my destination was, I was leaving work and headed home. I knew approximately how far I had to go to my destination, and I thought I would put it to the test and see how far I could go, how far I was willing to go before I turned my generator on. I didn't want to cut it too close, and as you can see, I ended up going a total of 38.7 miles. Now, because that circle is totally green, that's a visual indicator that the car was driven using electricity, only electricity that came from the power supply. If any portion of the circle were blue, then that would indicate a portion of that 38 miles was driven using electricity from the generator or the gas engine. And I had 1 mile left that I could drive. In the EV range right there, you see 1 mile. Yeah, as I was pulling into my apartment, into my garage, it went down from 2 to 1. So I had a full 1 mile of range left. So it's definitely a fact that I can go about 40 miles on one full charge. I know the manufacturer does not advertise 40 miles. I think they say 30. It's in the low 30s, I believe. I forget what they say. But anyway, the fact that you can go 40 miles without using any gasoline all adds up to a higher miles per gallon average on the car. In my lifetime, miles per gallon average on the car since I've owned the car is 81.1 miles per gallon. I can't think of any car that can beat 81 miles per gallon. That's my overall average since I've owned the car. I've been the only owner of this particular ELR, so that is truly my average. And remember, the Chevrolet Volt has very similar or the same technology because both cars are made by General Motors. The ELR through the Cadillac division, the Chevy Volt through the Chevrolet division, obviously. And the way the car calculates overall miles per gallon is the way the computer calculates it is based on the total number of miles driven in the car and the total number of gallons of gasoline used. That's how the lifetime average is calculated. Now you see 250 plus mpg here. It maxes out at 250 mpg because I didn't use any gasoline at all during this particular trip. It shows the maximum amount that it can show, which is 250 plus miles per gallon. And that was for only 38.7 miles. And there's no doubt that helped increase my lifetime average to 81.1. Now it's becoming more difficult to affect my lifetime average because of the number of miles on the car. The car has over 20,000 miles on it. 20,765 miles total on the car. Now, based on the total number of gallons of gas used and the total number of miles on the automobile, that is how the lifetime MPG is calculated. And because I use my ELR or my extended range electric vehicle the way it's supposed to be used, I plug it in on a regular basis, my lifetime miles per gallon is much higher, I believe is much higher than the average person. As a matter of fact, I remember one person that I saw that we stopped and we said a few words to each other, and I gave her the thumbs up because she was driving a Chevy Volt, and I asked her how she liked it, and I asked her if she plugged it in on a regular basis, and her answer was no because it's not worth it. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say anything negative to her, But I was thinking to myself, okay, obviously she's not looking at the big picture. She doesn't see the big picture. It's not worth it. Okay, if you can go 30 miles for a buck, if it's gonna cost you $1.50 or $1.75 to go 30 miles, uh, there's no gasoline powered car that's gonna do that. You can't go 30 miles for $1.50. And it costs, the reason I say that, the reason I use those numbers is because it costs approximately $1.75 to charge my Cadillac ELR or the Chevrolet Volt to a full charge. I plug it in every single day, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than buying gasoline. I mean, gasoline fluctuates so wildly. You know, one day gasoline is $2 a gallon. The next day it can be up to $4 or $5 a gallon, or from one week to the next week. It's just like the weather. It fluctuates like the weather goes. Uh, but I didn't want to get stuck on gasoline prices. But anyway, 40 miles is in fact the full range that I can go on one full charge. And that contributes significantly to 81.1 miles per gallon. Now, don't let the high MPG numbers uh, scare you and make you think that the car does not have good performance. This car has very good performance. You wouldn't even know that it barely uses gas. The response is excellent. The response is absolutely outstanding because it's an electric car. It's like flipping on a switch, turning on a light bulb. When I press my foot on the accelerator, bam, I'm gone. Now, 0 to 60 times, you know, the pure performance enthusiast will laugh at the 0 to 60 times on this car. I mean, but the 0 to 60 time, an electric car is very, very capable of beating a Corvette Z06. Absolutely, very capable of beating a Corvette Z06. The Tesla will beat a Corvette. What General Motors? I'm waiting for General Motors to jump on some Tesla technology and give me higher performance and get me away from using the gas tank at all. But I'm starting to babble now. 38.7 total miles on one full charge, and that contributes to 81.1 miles per gallon, which is absolutely outstanding. Hi, in this presentation I'm going to talk about the importance of men knowing what their PSA level is to detect prostate cancer. And I'm also going to show you a CyberKnife patient education video, a portion of the CyberKnife patient education video. Now, I am a prostate cancer survivor. My doctor, Dr. David Scott Moss, detected the possibility that I may have prostate cancer by reviewing my PSA score, and he saw that over a period of 36 months, my PSA level had risen dramatically, and he strongly urged me to have it checked out. He referred me to a specialist who in fact determined via biopsy that I did have prostate cancer. I searched for an alternative after hearing of stories of the side effects of the surgery. I searched desperately for an alternative, and I found the CyberKnife. What I'm going to show you now is a portion of the CyberKnife patient education video.
On the custom body cradle made during the setup process.
Okay, what you're looking at right now pretty much is pretty much how I went through my treatments, my CyberKnife treatments. You see the robot rotating around the patient while he's still fully dressed? That's exactly what happened to me. I was fully dressed every day I had to go through 5 treatments every day for 5 days in a row. Each treatment took 45 minutes a day, and I drove to each treatment. I drove to and from work during the entire week. And it was the biggest inconvenience to me was I had to stop off and lay there for 45 minutes, again, remaining fully dressed. There was absolutely no cutting, and there was no interruption between my wife's and I intimate life. And it got to the point where I felt I became paranoid because I was looking for a side effect. I could find none. But the CyberKnife is an absolutely glorious tool, and it cured my prostate cancer in 2007. It is now 2015, and I can comfortably say that my prostate cancer was cured by the CyberKnife. And thanks to my doctor finding my PSA levels had gone up, they estimate that had I not been had it not been caught early, that it would have been about 10 to 15 years before I would have seen any side effects. So that's in itself speaks for the important, well, before I would have seen any symptoms, not side effects. It would have been 10 to 15 years before I would have seen any symptoms of prostate cancer. So that speaks well to the importance of men knowing their PSA scores. And the CyberKnife is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic weapon that allows us to not have to go under the knife to be cured of prostate cancer.